Closed captioning for the Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh yeah, Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today we explore vintage and current pinball and video games at Pastimes Arcade in Girard. And Mary Beth Taylor makes her pineapple upside down cake with me. But first, let's shop and consign at the Purple Peacock. Well, we are here in Poland at the Purple Peacock Consignment Shop, and this is Leslie, the owner, and you have curated quite a collection of clothing.
Yes.
And this is all through people that are consigning with you.
Yes, all consigned.
How does that work?
So people bring their items in, and we look at them and see what we can accept, and we pay 50% to our consigners when the item sells.
And if the item does not sell, can the consigner get it returned to them?
We don't return clothing, but we do return designer bags and high-end jewelry.
And what about shoes?
Depends if they are designer, we will give those back, but otherwise those.
So who is the jury? If I bring in a bunch of clothing and like they say, wow, you have really crappy taste, or you have really cheap stuff. How do you, I mean, that's got to be a little touchy.
It's difficult too when we have to, reject something.
Yes.
But, we don't take fast fashion Shein. We stay away from unless it's resellable. It has to be resellable. It's a 90-day period. And after the 90 days, if it doesn't sell, then we donate to different women's organizations.
But you're trying to move this out the door.
Yes.
So you have that sale right at the end of the season.
Right, the bag sale, which is a huge hit with everybody.
$25. As
Fill a
long
bag,
as it fits in that bag.
As long as it fits in the bag, $25.
I mean, that's so...
Yeah.
And people have got to really be looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, they line up outside the door.
I hate ordering stuff online.
Right.
Because, especially jeans.
And people want to touch and feel it and see it and then try it on, like
if
you
it's
said.
itchy and if it's not itchy.
Or if it fits right. So it's a nice old-fashioned way to shop.
And then, do you request that it's all cleaned or dry cleaned?
Oh, yes.
Because the jackets here, they look amazing.
Yes.
I mean, these are nice.
We make sure that there's no stains, tears, odors, pet hair, everything. It can't be wrinkled. It has to be on hangers or folded neatly in a laundry basket. We'll have our bag sale in February, and then after that, we do the inventory, we take it down, donate to different organizations, and then we start taking spring end of February.
What's the last thing you bought that was new and not from this store? Because obviously you are just...
I shop here, so I don't buy anything new from anywhere else.
Underwear and stuff like that.
But
do you take underwear?
No, we don't take active wear unless it has tags on it.
Okay.
But we do not take active wear or pajamas or even tennis shoes, used tennis shoes, because it's kind of icky sometimes.
The most desirable thing that people really are looking for.
The purses are a huge hit, and we sell a lot of tops and sweaters. And
you go through those pretty quickly.
Yeah, right. And then jewelry is another big ticket item.
Now, do you have any?
We have a Tiffany necklace right now that's gorgeous. We have several different.
So it's not just costume. You have
right. We have
fine
some
jewelry
high-end,
too.
Yes.
Now, how do you determine your pricing? So this is a used skirt, but this is adorable, by the way, the snake print. And how would you come to figure out what to charge for this?
Well, we look at the name brand to see what it is. And, over the years, I've been in business 6 years now, so I've just learned what things should sell for. And we have a generalization, mostly skirts and pants will go for $19, unless it's a higher end designer piece. But,
wow.
And then if it's something unusual we don't know, we never heard of, we look it up.
I love this. And this is brand new. See, bought it in vain, never used. $40, and you've got it here for $21. Never been used. See, look at that. Of all the things that people are coming here to consign, what are you always in need of?
Always in need of dress pants, wide leg jeans that are in style now.
Right now, yes.
Accessories. Accessories are
Scarves
always
and
in
things
yes,
like that.
Yes. And winter coats right now too. So
Winter coats, yeah. You've got quite a few. I see
Yes.
you got puffers and wool and all
Yes.
that stuff. And those are the things that are so expensive. And if you have, very lightly used ones, those are a really good deal.
Right, they are.
And no menswear.
No menswear.
You don't want to start messing with that yet.
No, not yet.
Women are
Plus, we need more space. We're so stuffed in here.
I
right
know.
now.
And you started out with furniture.
Yes. 2001, I opened consigned furniture, Purple Peacock, in Canfield. And then I had some health issues, so I had to close. And then a few years after I started feeling better, I said I can get back into the business, but furniture, it's heavy, you need more space, you need a lot of overhead. So I thought, well, let me try the clothing and jewelry and accessories.
Wow, and it's
that's
taken off.
It's taken
How
off.
long have you been here?
Well, we were in Canfield for 4 years, and then we moved here 2 years ago. So 6 years we've been in business.
And they following you?
Yes, and we have new people coming in all the time.
Now, Bobby, that looks cute. See? Now, I think
Fits
that
me.
works for you.
Yeah, I love it.
I like that. Bobby and Katie, these are the other jurors that help you make the decision
Yes,
on what you're going to take or not take.
right. Bobby is a volunteer. She's kind enough to volunteer here at the store. And Katie is the manager and also my stepdaughter.
And you volunteer for clothes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, see, you got to take the payment.
Yes.
But no, I really think that you guys are doing a really good job out here. I mean, you've got really nice things. They're clean, and you've got all the sizes.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate you having us on, because I think
Thank you for coming.
I've got to do some shopping. So I really we got to wrap this up, Gino. And just
so
go
you can shop.
to the website, and you'll get all the information on the Purple Peacock.
The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
This is Senior Solutions, brought to you by the Reese family, the owners of Briarfield Healthcare Centers. This new series will explain care programs available to your family. Right now, we're at Briarfield Place in Boardman. Do I have to have my doctor come here to check my progress, or do you have doctors on staff?
We have a medical director in each skilled nursing facility who will follow you while you are rehabbing at our facility and then communicate with your primary care physician your progress and any updates.
And then that will determine how long I need rehab and if I can or can't go home.
Yes, the physician will be a part of that, as well as the team of therapists, the nursing staff, social services, the dietitian. It's a whole team approach that will determine what is the best option for you after rehab.
Briarfield knows you have lots of questions, and they have the answers. With Senior Solutions, you'll have a clear understanding of Briarfield's care programs.
I'm Elizabeth Bernard. For more than 30 years, I've provided our Valley with sound legal advice. My associate Jennifer Rigetti and I will be your legal representatives if you're involved in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident. Don't try to handle it yourself. We'll navigate the red tape of dealing with doctors, medical insurance, and all the obstacles that you'll face. Remember, there are no upfront fees on personal injury cases, and hiring a lawyer does not mean you have to go to court.
Call attorney Elizabeth Bernard, local legal experience for more than 30 years.
At Window World, family is the heart of our business.
And we're committed to giving you the family treatment too.
From your free estimate to installation and long after, whether replacing windows, entry doors, or the siding you've dreamed of.
We promise to treat your home like it's our own.
It's what we've stood behind for all these years, and for years to come, we'll continue to say,
Not only do we stand behind our windows, we stand on them.
You won't go home hungry from Carmela's. Come see us for family-inspired Italian favorites. We're open 6 days a week for lunch and dinner. Carmela's Cafe Italian Eatery, just like Grandma used to make, on Western Reserve Road in Boardman.
Hi, I'm Robbie Fellman.
And I'm John Stanko from Boardman Subaru, home of the new Subaru Forester Hybrid.
And introducing the all-new 2026 Subaru Crosstrek Hybrid.
Two of the most fuel-efficient Subarus ever, standard with our legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive.
And the safety and all-season capability that you know and love from Subaru.
Come test drive the new Crosstrek Hybrid or new Forester Hybrid today.
only at Boardman Subaru, just south of Route 224 on South Avenue.
You better come on in my kitchen.
I've got a very special guest in the kitchen with me today. This is Mary Beth Taylor, and we have been talking about this for a while, Mary Beth.
Yes, we have.
So I finally got her in here. I reeled her in. And this is a pineapple upside down cake. And the beauty of this is it's a box mix, right?
Yes, very easy.
And you got this recipe from your mom?
My mom would make it all the time in the 70s, and she loved making this cake because she didn't have to make icing. You know, everything was already in the cake.
And it makes a lot of servings.
Right.
I mean, it's pretty big because we're going to use a 9 by 13. Wait till you see the final result. It is really a pretty cake. So will you give us the ingredients?
Yes.
And we will start baking this cake.
All right. For this recipe, we need 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 20-ounce can pineapple sliced in juice, drain, juice reserve. Place slices on paper towel to absorb moisture and pat dry. 12 Maraschino cherries, stem removed, rinsed and pat dry. 1 box super moist yellow cake mix. 3 eggs and a half a cup of vegetable oil. First step you're going to do, you're going to take 1 cup of brown sugar. You're going to place it on the bottom of your 9 by 13 dish. Just flatten it down.
Now this will caramelize, right? Is that really what it does?
It will caramelize when it cooks. It'll be like melted sugar, brown sugar, syrupy.
Yeah, so
And
that
then-
really
yeah.
holds it together on the
And then we're
top.
going to just put 4 slices of pineapple on each side of the brown sugar. This is the way my mother did it, so I just do exactly like she did it. And then we're going to do 4 on the other side.
And that's how many's in the can, right?
Yeah.
You use
Yep,
every
12.
one of them.
Yep. And then
Wow,
we cut
okay.
the last 2 in half, and then we're going to rotate. One going one way, and then one going the other way, so they look nice and pretty. And then we're going to place our Maraschino cherries right in the center of the pineapple.
Each one
Like so, and
perfectly.
press it down so they don't float after the batter gets on it.
Now, what does the butter do?
The butter makes the pineapple brown, and then it will give it a nice golden flavor.
Okay,
You know,
so a
or
little dot of butter
little
on
dot of
each
butter
one.
on each pineapple, just to make the pineapple golden brown and give the pineapple cake a nice flavor with the butter. The butter
Well,
also gives it a
butter's always great.
Yeah. We're adding the reserve pineapple juice, 1 cup.
And then we had to add just a little bit of water to that to bring it to 1 cup.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's not enough 1 cup, then add a little bit of water to it. 3 eggs.
This is a rich cake.
Then half a cup of oil.
Okay.
And then we're going to mix it on low for 30 seconds, just like the box mix says. And then I'm just going to scrape the sides of the bowl and make sure it's all incorporated, which it is. And we're going to pour it onto our cake mix. And then you're just going to smooth the cake mix over the top of the cake so everything is covered.
Love that.
And then just shake it a little bit.
Get the bubbles out.
Get the bubbles out and make it level. All right, ready to go in the oven.
And for how long now?
About 35 minutes.
All right. What do you think, Mary Beth? How's it looking?
I think it's cooked.
Okay.
Now we're going to put the toothpick in here to make sure it comes out clean. And it's clean.
That is one clean
Okay,
sucker.
so the cake is ready to be
Okay.
flipped. Just get your knife and run it along the sides of the cake up against the dish to make sure that the cake releases, so when we go to flip it, it's going to flip without us having any problems. So I always do this a couple times just to make sure it's loosened. And then I'm going to put the platter, whatever you're using, on top of the cake, and we're going to leave it here for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to flip. And hopefully it comes out with no problem.
Well,
Now, time will tell. We're going to flip.
Oh, this is so exciting. It's like the big grand reveal. Oh, no. Don't burn your... Oh. Look at that! Woohoo! Yay! And you know what? I forgot to mention. Mary Beth won a blue ribbon at the Canfield Fair for this. Look at that.
Blue ribbon.
Blue ribbon winner. That is perfect.
Thank you.
Are you ready to cut the cake?
I'm ready to cut the cake. Are you ready to have some?
I am ready. I am starving for this.
Here goes. My family.
Now, does everybody get like a pineapple in the piece, right? So that's like a nice big piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
My family, they fight over the corners.
Oh, well then I want a corner too.
Yeah, because they say it's the best.
Well, aren't you gonna get a corner?
No, I'll save that for your husband.
Okay. Thank you. Ken will appreciate
Yeah. I can do all that though.
Oh, that looks really good.
All right.
All
And that's
right.
it.
Here we go.
All right.
I'm gonna eat the corner part first.
Okay.
And it really does brown the pineapple. You're right, it like... Wow. Wow.
Good?
It is so good. And you know what's weird? Even though the brown sugar and stuff, it's not overly sweet. It's not a sugar bomb.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, it gets hard like a candy.
It is really good. I'm not kidding you. It is Mary Beth's blue ribbon cake.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you
Cheers.
so much. Little Pinot Grigio with our cake. And I'm really glad you came.
Oh, thank you, Casey.
Thank you so much.
It's
I
been a pleasure.
really appreciated it.
Thank you. I love it.
Cheers. We got a drink. Go to my website, CaseyMaloneShow.com, and look for the recipe, pineapple upside down cake, courtesy of Mary Beth. And don't forget, it's a blue ribbon winner.
The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor.
Welcome to Kamara Jewelers, a third-generation, family-owned business run by my brother, Rob, and I. We share a passion for beautiful jewelry and strive to help everyone find the perfect piece. From life celebrations to everyday moments, we've been honored to be a part of your story. Our collection ranges from unique natural diamonds to affordable styles, offering something for everyone. Come visit us anytime at Kamara Jewelers, where every piece tells a story.
Get real, get Kamara.
Locally sourced is good, whether it's ingredients or a bank. And that's why my bank is Farmers National Bank. Since 1887, Farmers has remained rock solid through every economic condition. Having a bank with a history of safety, soundness, and conservative management is a must. It all boils down to this. You need a bank that will help you reach your goals. I do too, and Farmers is mine. Farmers National Bank, rock solid. Well, the Casey Malone Show has been waiting quite a while to join Mr. Rob Burke at his Pastime Arcades. And I've got to tell you, this is more stupendous than I imagined. This has to be the largest.
Welcome to
in the
paradise.
world. Welcome to paradise. Now, how many pinballs are we talking?
Well, between pinballs and videos, we have about 600 games here.
But first, a little backstory. About 20 years ago, I was at a party at Rob and Bridget's home, and the basement was loaded, about 60 to 80 pinball machines, all in working order. And I'm thinking, this guy is nuts. Look at all these machines. And when Bridget reminded me, I said, of course it's Rob Burke. What started the passion? Like, what was your first machine? When did this begin?
When I was a young guy, 5 years old, We had a pinball machine in our basement. My dad bought it, I guess, for me for entertainment.
Right.
Little did I know what it was or how to even play it. And then I went to college. That further fueled it, and I saw pinball machines everywhere. And then I started having a passion to the point that I really enjoyed them, to the point where I actually did a pinball show in Chicago honoring my heroes who were the pinball designers and the artists. And that took place back in 1985. And the show was such a success that people said, hey, when's the next show? I said, there is no next show. I want to do it one time. And this year will be show number 39. We've been doing it 39 years. Yeah.
I saw that you won a Guinness record for the most continuous pinball shows.
Yeah.
So now this entire aisle are all from Spain
and Italy.
I didn't know there was such a market for that.
So there was a time when the games from the U.S. were not permitted to be exported to that part of the world, and because of some sort of laws they had. So they started their own industry of pinball for several years, and these are all games made in Spain and in Italy for their unique markets, and they were not meant for export to the U.S. Some did export to the U.S., but the majorities ended up in Europe. So you're seeing games that you wouldn't see anywhere else. This is a very unique selection.
How do you power?
Well, I have a father-in-law that is an electrical engineer, and we call him Paps. And because of Paps, he made this work. But we have rows and rows of electrical conduit going down here to feed the electricity to keep all these games running. And this is a lot of games.
It is a lot of games. And as I was driving here this morning, I was thinking, how the heck does he have that many outlets and that much power? Because that's a heck of a fuse box.
And we've had no circuit breakers have gone off yet. So
the first thing I learned that I needed to do was be able to read a schematic. So what's pretty crazy about these is that every game you can still get a schematic. So it's just a piece of paper.
And this is in every machine?
Yeah.
It's so cool. I feel like it's treasure hunts.
Yeah. So it's essentially.
God, and you know how to read this?
Yeah, it's essentially a flow chart of electricity. This is called analog. So it's either on, off, yes or no. It's similar to some basic coding where you have to find in the code where things break down and where it's stopping.
And then where you allow it to move on or where it blocks it.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
See, I learned something in that robotics class when we were at Sharon, at the Sharon schools.
But without these, it's extremely difficult because these can help you pinpoint, down to a very switch that you can locate in the game. There's definitely a learning curve, but rather easily once you're able to understand the basic logic of this.
Exactly. And then do you have a couple of these machines and that's how you...
Yeah, I have about...
How many do you have?
I think I'm up to 18. No, not quite with Rob. I think I have about 18 at this point, yeah.
And are they all this style?
Yeah, all of them are electromechanical that I have, with the exception I have a digital skee ball machine, and then I have an arcade game, a video game. But as far as my pinballs go and some other games, electromechanical.
It's very precious.
Yeah.
Do you ever get machines that don't have the schematics?
A lot, quite a bit.
And then, is there an archive where you could find them?
Sure, yeah. There's actually a place up in New York called Pinball Resource that you can buy the schematics and paperwork for a lot of the games. So this company here is called Gottlieb, and actually the paperwork is still under license. So you have to get it from a gentleman up in New York who has the rights to the paperwork. But the other big companies of the era, Williams and Bally and Chicago Coin, you can actually download those right offline.
So your father also shares your passion.
That's how I accidentally got into the hobby.
Okay, all right.
I bought this game. I knew he loved growing up in the arcades when he was a kid.
Okay.
And one morning we went out to breakfast and I asked him what his favorite game was. He said North Star, and I knew nothing about pinball at all, nothing. Well, I got online and started looking it up because about 3 weeks later was his birthday. And I always thought, wouldn't it be really cool to get Dad a pinball machine?
Really?
And there was a gentleman in Clary named Knox who he had this online, and I sent him a message and said, it's my dad's favorite game, would you be willing to sell it? And so I bought it. And I remember when...
You're getting all choked up thinking about it because your dad had to,
it was such an incredible feeling.
Oh, you're giving me, that is beautiful.
So I got it working fully and took it down its basement. And I repainted the cabinet, and he came downstairs. My brother was in on the plan, so my brother took him out to dinner, and then he said we're gonna go play pool. And he came down the stairs and he said, "Where in the world did you find that?"
Oh my gosh.
And so I said, "How long has it been since you've seen this game?" And he said, "It's been 50 years." And he said, "Does it play?" Like, he didn't even care. It's in his basement.
So Nick wears many hats. You do the marketing, you do some of the repair work, but these machines are not part of this because these are for sale.
These ones are for sale. Yeah, we actually have these games on the floor. But if you actually want, we get a lot of people that come in and they ask if the games are for sale. Right.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of people that just come in and expect this to be a showroom for sale. No, the showroom's
I mean, you've got some big games here.
Absolutely.
I mean, look at this one. You've got the 20-year reunion to Ms. Pac-Man.
Yep.
This is cool. And I love you have the Wurlitzer.
It is a Wurlitzer. It's an updated. It's a CD version.
Right.
You know, we do have a couple 45 versions in the back. So that's the beautiful thing. We're 5 minutes off Highway 80, and there are places like this all over the country. You know, in Las Vegas and in Nashville and
I can't imagine
Portland.
they're this large though.
But and that's the thing. Those are all in destination cities already. You're going to go to the Grand Ole Opry when you're in Nashville. You're going to go to the Strip when you're in Vegas. But this is the destination here.
But listen, guys, when you come here, you pay one price and you play all day.
I mean, you're not going to throw them out. It's not like 1 hour and you're done.
So you can put 12 hours here. You know, if you have to sleep under the pinball machine, take a little break.
But no, this is really, I really can't thank you enough. This is...
I thank you.
This is really a great addition.
And I hope your audience enjoys it because you can't put it into words. There's just so much stuff here.
You
to believe it.
You really do.
For more information regarding any content from our show, please visit our website, CaseyMaloneShow.com. Your comments and ideas are appreciated. The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.